Hello, I'm Priskila Dewi Awan Suledatu. I'm from class 2021C English department. In this video, I will explain and present the instruments in the article that me and my friends or the members of my group have identified and found in the articles. Okay, the first article journal is an online English learning model integrating the flipped classroom interactive response systems and task-based language teaching, designed by Rizky Arts. The authors is Kiki Juli Anggara, Supane Sri, Kop Sokumanus, and Sudakaran Patamadilo. The research design involves a specific objective to bring change in student learning beyond the applied of flipped classrooms, interactive response systems, and task-based language. The population consists of students enrolled in English for academic communication at Walailak University, Thailand. During one semester in 2022, the sample involved two groups of students that were assigned from the larger population of students. The data collection procedure, it included the pre-test and post-test of writing and speaking for both groups. Data analysis techniques, paired sample statistic, paired sample test, and independent sample test. The findings and conclusion is the newly developed online English teaching combine the flipped classroom, interactive response, and task-based language teaching at once, where it can reduce student workload and optimize outcomes. And the second journal article is Low English Proficiency Teachers Challenge in Bilingual. The authors is Xiang Sheng, Xi Ling Huang, and Cheng Yichen. The research design highlights the issues related to the transition of subject teachers to bilingual teachers. The population includes subject teachers at 3 secondary schools in Taiwan. The sample includes 52 subject teachers who complete the bilingual teacher training program and introduce bilingual instruction in their courses. Data collection procedure. The study gathered the data using two methods: a survey on the subject teacher's bilingual instruction knowledge and group interviews. Data analysis techniques is descriptive statistics, paired sample t-test, and qualitative content analysis. Findings and conclusion. The results show improvement in content linguistics and pedagogical knowledge of bilingual instruction to enhance students' global competitiveness, mobility, and language proficiency challenge in Asian EFL, English Foreign Language. Okay, the third journal article is Using Systematic Functional Linguistics and the Gender-Based Approach in EFL Classroom Language Communities of Practice. The author is Akiko Nagawa. The research design is mixed method or qualitative and quantitative. The population example. The population in the study is university-level learners of English as a foreign language or EFL. The sample includes those who are pursuing EFL within the Department of Business Administration at a private tertiary institution and first-year EFL students from an international studies program at another private university. Data collection procedure in this study involved learning reflection shared through journals, data collection through pre and end of semester essays, and face-to-face interviews. Data analysis technique use descriptive statistics to analyze the frequency of learners' cognitive and metacognitive knowledge in each COP. The study also used quantitative data analysis methods to analyze the learning reflection journal and face-to-face interviews. And the quantitative data analysis involved coding and categorizing the data into themes and subthemes. Findings and conclusion. The study found that low intermediate English learners COP1 struggle with using bottom-up strategies for reading and writing, focusing on top-down strategies like genre structures. Conversely, high intermediate English learners COP2 used both top-down and bottom-up strategies in their learning reflection journals. The findings suggest that teachers need to communicate these strategies more explicitly in their English teaching methodology to help learners with low English proficiency improve their target language proficiency. And the fourth article journal is Do Learning Strategies Lead to Improve English Proficiency? A study of university students in Thailand. The authors is Aisa Apridayani and Kimi Toch. Research design is quantitative. The population in the study was undergraduate non-English major students at one university in Thailand. And the sample was 710 undergraduate non-English major students non-English major students from 12 different schools at one university in Thailand. The participants were selected using both purposeful and random sampling methods. The data collection procedures was approved by the Ethics Committee in the Human Research at Lilac University. The research objectives were explained to the participants prior to the data collection. They signed consent from the participants in this study. A Google form was used to distribute the questionnaire. It took about 5 until 10 minutes to complete the questionnaire. Data analysis techniques use exploratory factor analysis or EFA to examine the construct validity of the questionnaire. Principal access factoring or PAF was chosen as the extraction method, and orthogonal rotation Varimax was used. The number of factors to be retained was determined by Kaiser criterion eigenvalue greater than 1, and the cutoff point for accepted factors loading was set at 30. The data were analyzed using SPSS software. The finding and conclusion: the study reveals moderate learning strategies among Thai university students with no significant differences in overall strategies. However, cognitive and affective strategies differ among groups AA1, AA2, and B1. These findings are crucial for teachers to understand student English learning strategies and plan effective English curriculums. However, limitations exist due to quantitative data. The fifth journal or article is Does Complexity Mean Quality? Association between popular automatic linguistic complexity measures and L2 writing quality features. The authors is Yizhuo Wang, and the research design is quantitative research. The population is the present study analysis the total of 640 edited writing samples in in the International Corpus Network of Asian Learners of English, or ICNELE, which covers a wide range of geographical backgrounds and has a balanced selection of writings from beginner to intermediate level L2 English from 10 countries and areas in Asia. Data collection procedure. The ACNEL corpus also reports a weak sum score based on the 5 feature scores, which reflects the overall rating qualities. For each quality features, a score of 10 until 12 indicates excellent to very good. Quality, a score of 7 until 9 indicates good to average. Quality, a score 4 until 6 indicates fair to poor quality, and a score below 3 indicates a very poor quality. The data analysis techniques to answer the research question to analyze were carried out. First, a series correlation test checked the relationship between all 22 linguistic complexity measures and 6 writing quality feature scores. Both positive and negative significant correlation will indicate the existence of associations, while a coefficient close to 0 and indicate a minimal association. Next, the linguistic complexity measures were used to build stepwise linear regression model in which the writing quality features are predicted by a linear combination of a set of linguistic complexity measures. Multicollinearity is controlled by the variance inflation factor of VAF, and each predictor in the model should obtain the VAF value lower than 5.0 to avoid multicollinearity problems. And the findings and conclusion. The study reveals that not at all automatic complexity measures significantly correlate with the text quality, and the complexity quality link is specific to the quality dimension. Some complexity measures are stable correlates, making them ideal for rapid quality screening. The combination of complexity measure of 23% of overall L2 writing quality, 24% of lexical quality, and 23% of language use quality. And the sixth journal is Language Learners' Interactional Competence and Synchronous Online Group Activities. The author is Huang and Benjamin Luke Morehouse. The research design is involved discussing the importance of interactivity in online language learning in the competencies required for effective engagement. The author emphasized the concept of effective engagement. The author emphasized the concept of classroom interpersonal competence, or CAC, and is significant for teachers in facilitating interaction. The study responds to the suggestion of exploring student engagement and understanding of online learning tools. And the population is individuals engaged in online language learning contexts, including teachers and students. The sample pertains to the specific groups of teachers and students who are involved in online online language learning, particularly those who are part of the study or discussion or mentioned in the text. The data collection procedure used appears to involve a qualitative analysis of online language learning practices, teachers and student competencies, and the role of digital tools in facilitating interaction. The author likely conducted a literature review, possibly combined with the case studies and surveys, to gather insights into the importance of interactivity and the strategies used to promote engagement in online classroom. Data analysis techniques use digital tools such as video conferencing systems, gaming platforms, and collaborative tools, as well as strategies like longer wait times and explicit question sequence to facilitate online interaction. And finding and conclusion, the concept of classroom interpersonal competency (IC) is crucial for teachers to facilitate interaction and create a conducive learning environment. The study suggests the teacher should allocate time for students to participate, contribute, and receive feedback using tools like video conferencing system, gaming platforms, and collaborative tools. The research addressed students' engagement in group work and understanding of online learning tools. There is a need for a better understanding of student competencies and required for successful synchronous online learning. Okay, the 7th article journal is An Exploration of Teachers' Roles in Blended EFL Context in Vietnam. The author is Giang Hong Nguyen and Orchestrated. The research design is qualitative. The population is of English foreign language teachers in Vietnam who are involved in teaching English language courses. The study focused on a sample of 6 EFL teachers teaching mixed English classes at 2 universities in Vietnam. This sample of 6 teachers is selected from the larger population of EFL teachers in Vietnam. The sample is used to represent a subset of EFL teachers who are involved in implementing blended learning approach and teaching English in the Vietnamese context. The population EFL learners English as additional language learners, Chinese students in Australian tertiary institution, and the sample a small group of L1 Chinese-speaking students in Australia. Students described in this case study approach. The data analysis technique involves systematically analyzing textual data to identify themes, patterns, and the meanings within the text. It could help uncover insight about the perception and practice of EFL teachers, their challenge, and the effectiveness of blended learning in the context of English language teaching in Vietnam. The finding and conclusion, it highlights the role of teachers in implementing educational technology, discuss the influence of Confucianism on education, and advocates for blended learning approach that combine traditional and innovative teaching methods. The study aims to improve English language proficiency and professional growth of EFL teachers in Vietnam by investigating their perception and practices. Okay, the eighth article journal is Chinese-speaking undergraduates in Australia. The authors is Kin Chen and Brian Moon. Research designed the document engaged in literature review, explore various theories and methods, and present a case study approach to understand study performance, perception, and response. The study also focused on a specific group of L1 Chinese-speaking students in Australia. While the text doesn't explicitly detail the exact methodology or data collection procedure, it does indicate the qualitative nature of the investigation, the use of a case study, and the exploration of challenge method and outcomes related to the teaching lexical chunks in AIL learners' academic writing. Data collection procedure is conduct interview to gather in students' perception and respond to the teaching of lexical chunks. Thematic analysis of the interview response. and analyze students' writing sample before and after the intervention. Comparative analysis of writing sample to measure improvements the cohesion and coherence. Data analysis techniques. This case is centered around qualitative methods like content analysis, thematic analysis, and narrative interpretation. The document primarily discusses concepts, theories, and qualitative observation rather than providing numerical data for statistical analysis. Finding and conclusion. Underscores that solely relying on lexical methods might not be entirely effective, especially for complex genre and tertiary level. The paper raises questions about the connection between lexical Chang knowledge and English writing proficiency based on a study of a small group of L1 Chinese-speaking students in Australia. It highlights the importance of lexical chunks, explore teaching challenges, and discuss the complexities of incorporating them into AAL academic writing. Okay, the ninth article journal is From Classroom to Computer, examining the strategic shift of EFL learners during the COVID-19 pandemic. The author is Adelia Aburatwan, and the research design is quantitative research. The population is all English students who were enrolled in intact classes at a university in Jordan during the COVID-19 pandemic. The sample in the study consists of 128 English students who complete the SILL questionnaire and return it fully answered. Data collection procedure emailing the SILL questionnaire to 140 English students in intact classes, along with instruction on how to complete the survey and the background questionnaire. The students were given a specific time frame to complete the questionnaire and were informed that their participation voluntary and anonymous. Only 128 students returned the questionnaires fully answered. Data analysis technique, descriptive statistics, ANOVA, and t-test. Descriptive statistics such as frequencies, means, and standard deviation. An ANOVA is to determine the variation in the use of different categories of strategies, and t-test was conducted to determine if there were any differences between the male and female groups. Similarly, a t-test was utilized to examine differences between students based on their GPAs and self-perceived proficiency. The finding and conclusion, the study found that students in the English department use strategies at the moderate level, with the metacognitive strategies used at the high level. The pandemic has had a significant impact on student learning, including second language acquisition. However, the study has some limitations, such as the lack of standardized measures to determine student proficiency level and the different numbers of students in different groups. This research emphasized the need of educational institutions to address the psychological issues arising from the pandemic and its impact on language learning. Okay, the last article journal is an analysis of EFL teachers' digital creativity and its relation to their instructional creativity. A case of Indonesian primary and secondary schools. And the author is Hari Mulyono, Sylvia Bati, and Amril Muminen. The research design is quantitative research, and the population is EFL teachers across Indonesian school levels, or primary school teachers, lower secondary school teachers, and higher secondary school teachers. The sample is 398 EFL teachers who participate in the study after screening process. Data collection procedure involved the distribution of a 5-point scale questionnaire composed of 2 scales, which was adapted from the literature. The questionnaire was translated, proofread, and validated before being distributed online to the research participants individually or through teacher community groups. The online distribution of the questionnaire was selected to facilitate the data collection process and to facilitate the retrieval of the data from the Google Form database. In data analysis techniques, analysts use the Ross statistical method. Item differential functioning, or DIF, analysis was employed